Yaddle Chattle. It's a Star Wars podcast, back from the dead. Hey, they tried to kill off Palpatine in Rise of the Skywalker. Were they successful? Hell no! I mean, well, they were. At the end of the movie, they were successful at killing off Palpatine in Rise of Skywalker. But you know my point. They brought him back at the beginning of the movie. Everybody thought Yaddle Chattle was dead. Yaddle Chattle don't die. Yaddle Chattle just lingers in space for the right time to come back and claim what is rightfully ours. The 1,181st spot of the best Star Wars podcasts in the galaxy. That's right, we're back. Your 1,181st favorite Star Wars podcast. Yeah, there's a lot in front of us, but we gotta do it, baby. Been watching the Star Wars, been enjoying the Star Wars, loving the Star Wars. Shout out to the Rebel Force Radio crew for their great post show. But I need to give my 2 cents on the Yaddle Chattle here about the Acolyte. We've got a lot to discuss. As you can see, Jedi Jared is not with me. I don't know if he is still alive. I think his energy is somewhere out there in the Force. But until I hear his disembodied voice coming from the heavens, and there's no promise that that's going to happen because I'm a Sith. Oh, by the way, I'm Darth David. Hello, how are you? I'm Darth David. Hi. Jedi Jared, the co-host of Yaddle Chattle, who I created. Well, I created this show by myself, I mean, with all due respect. But, you know, I had Jedi Jared here because I'm a Sith. Okay, and it's good to have a Jedi component for a Sith. We never want to be a Star Wars hate show. That is one of my platitudes, if you will. I am not a Star Wars hate guy. I love the fucking Star Wars, okay? Want to make that very clear, okay? I love the Star Wars. Been watching all kinds of Star Wars since the goddamn age of like fucking 3, okay? I thought we're going to jump right into it. Let's get right into it. With some big takes and then maybe some more specific ones. The big takes are as follows. The first 2 episodes of The Acolyte I did not think were bad. In fact, I thought were relatively decent, maybe even interesting. I had issues with the first 2 episodes right off the bat, and I will let you know what those are right now. I believe that Amanda Stenberg, the lead actress, is quite good. I believe that Lee Jung-jae, the guy who plays Saul, Master Jedi Saul, is pretty good. Actually, I like both of those actors very, very much. And that's it. The rest of the Jedi in episodes 1 and 2 were fucking boring as shit. And just weak. This Yord character. Yord. There's a lot of people who are trying to force the Yord horde. Do we have to force, like, crazy cult fandom in the same way that haters have to force the hate? Let's let things be natural. You can't possibly sit here and tell me you watched episode 1 and you want to fucking join a thing called the Yord horde. Yord is the single most annoying Jedi I've ever seen. Now, hold on. This is where I actually have a slight hot take when it comes to Yord. He is such an annoying, bad Jedi, that I think there's an opportunity for later on down the road if Yord either, I'm not saying he's going to go Sith, but maybe if not turns to the dark side, is cowardly and becomes an unworthy Jedi, then I actually think the Yord character is successful. Because Yord strikes me as a coward, as someone who is not confident, someone who is struggling with, himself. How did the fuck did this guy become a Jedi Knight? How did he get made? he makes a big deal of, I've passed my Jedi test. By the way, very boring acting style. I've passed my Jedi test. And the person's like, oh, wow, good for you, Yord. So Yord, to me, sucks as a Jedi. But if down the road, Yord turns out to be cowardly and an unworthy Jedi, then he is a successful character. The other two, the two Labyrinth girls, okay? Are they Labyrinth girls or are they Dark Forest girls? What are their names? Jecki and Eurus? Is that them? Holy shit. Can't tell one from the one apart from the other. What is with all of these Acolyte alien women having totally normal faces from here on down? From like 85% of their face is totally normal. And then it's at the last second, it's like, oh shit, we need to have some more aliens. Well, put some bumps and horns on her head and paint her light green. That's all that's happening here. These alien makeup jobs suck. They suck big fucking fat bantha dick. Sorry, but that is the case. Now, I'm telling you, we're going to be skipping around, jumping around, but we're just getting into the nuts and bolts of it right off the bat. Quick takes, hot takes. This is just till episode 1. But overall, I like the story of episode 1. Okay, this is an identity thing to me. No one is as they seem, in my opinion. I think that they were trying to kind of grill that message home at the very beginning of the show when Saul was teaching the kids and everything. And we've heard, nothing is as it seems. No one. To me, the show started out in the first 2 episodes. I had a lot of theories going on. One of those theories is that Osha is the bad guy and May is the good guy somehow. We'll see. We'll talk about episode 3 that just came out, but I don't think that theory is going to hold water now after episode 3. Look, the point is, the first episode started out with some good action and some good stuff, okay? And Amanda Stenberg was just fine, and Lee Jung-jae was just fine. Why are the Jedi so weak? And why are the Jedi coming across so unlikable? I have an issue with that. What the fuck? What's with the green lady? Who the fuck is she? Who is she? Vernestra Rao. That's who she is. Vernestra Rao. Jesus Christ. The fuck? Where's Yoda? How come Yoda isn't there? Why wasn't Yoda giving out this mission? We just took out Yoda, we replaced Yoda with the green lady? Why not then Yaddle, you fucking assholes? You know how much I love my green, long, red-haired lady Yaddle. Ooh, she's so nice. Oh, my Yaddle. Oh, she makes me so warm and tingly inside. Oh, my Yaddle, she reminds me of my sweet, sweet Sapphire. Ooh, Yaddle, the way you walk around that. Ooh, the way you spin around. Oh, you pitter-patter my heart, Yaddle. Yaddle, baby. Where's Yaddle? Wouldn't Yaddle be alive? Fucking A, she would. We had an opportunity for more fucking Yaddle. Where's Yaddle? Why is there a green woman who is just like a human green woman? Just green woman, green, human green. A lot of humanoid green people or just humanoid aliens in this show. Can we get fucking aliens like Yoda and Yaddle behind us, please? Jeez. So I didn't like a lot of the characters outside of Amanda Stenberg's character, May and Osha, and Lee Jung-jae's character of Saul, okay? But they're the 2 most important characters as far as I see it. So that's why I was like, okay, these first 2 episodes I can kind of get behind, and I can. My mind was racing on those first 2 episodes. By the time we got to the second episode, we found out, Osha finds out that May's alive. I'm really thinking at that point, they're going to crisscross us. The way May, when she was in that land spear, she'd taken off, and Osha's going to fire the stun bolt at her. And the way May actually looked at Osha and goes like, Osha? She looked like a good guy to me. And then OSHA taking the shot, the stun blaster bolt, don't know if she missed it or made it on purpose. I mean, don't know if she missed her on purpose or just shot poorly. Don't know. But OSHA did look visibly meaner. OSHA looked like the bad guy in that spot, maybe because she was pointing a blaster. But May looked considerably, she wasn't like, OSHA, you're alive, I have to kill you. She was like, OSHA. So I'm confused because May seems good to me. So here's my theory right now. And I'm going to get you my theory, and then we're going to do a little episode 3 talk. And I don't know how long these solo Yaddle Chattles are going to be. And I want to support all the Yaddle heads out there. By the way, got wonderful emails from people and people asking to co-host the show. And I might do that one day, but I have a lot of busy life shit going on right now. A lot of life stuff, okay? Real life stuff, family stuff, work stuff, just all kinds of stuff. So it's been a little bit nuts. But I'm happy to be doing this. I'm happy to be here on doing Yaddle today. Because I got to talk to you about episode 3, which was, and I mean this, the biggest piece of shit in the history of fucking Star Wars. Now hold the phone. I don't want nobody to say, oh, you're a hater, or, you know, you don't like this because of any fucking agenda. I am telling you, I have zero agenda, especially when it comes to politics these days. I will let you in on a secret. I fucking hate them all. All of them. I'm at a point in my life where I've realized I've grown up and said every fucking Republican and every fucking Democrat has let down our goddamn country right now. Everything is too expensive. Everything sucks. Everyone's divided. Everyone wants their group over everyone else. No one wants equality. Everyone wants their group over everyone else. And they want the right to mock or make fun, whatever. Everything sucks. And I blame every single politician. Every single one. Not one of them has helped us fucking come together as a country, and not one of them has brought the prices down. Prices are high on food, cars, gasoline, phones, rent, property taxes, you name it. We've been fucked in the ass by every fucking politician. So this ain't about politics for me. But I'm going to tell you something. That fucking sucked. Episode 3 is the worst piece of Star Wars content I have ever seen in my fucking life. I wanted to take a drill and take my goddamn eyeballs out of my head. I was bashing my fucking face against the goddamn wall. I don't know if you see my eye, or is it this one? I wish I was joking. I literally hit my head against the wall, and then I popped a blood vessel in my fucking eye because of it. And it's not bad for any other reason other than it's fucking terrible. I don't know if this Leslie person knows about Star Wars. It is the 3rd episode of an 8-episode series, so I'm not giving up. But here's why it was terrible. Well, there's a lot of reasons. We're going to try to talk about most of them. Where do we start? The fucking witches. Let's look at the witches first, okay? Hey folks, let me call you for a second. Hey, Star Wars, hey Lucasfilm, hey everybody. Is anyone paying attention to what anyone else is fucking doing in your stupid fucking company? Do any of you fucking people care? Are any of you fucking people Star Wars fans? Do any of you fucking care at all? Or are you all just self-indulgent fucking pieces of shit, narcissistic artists who just go in there to tell your own fucked up Star Wars tale? Because had they all been talking to one another, maybe they would have said, hey, didn't we just see witches in the Ahsoka series? And by the way, weren't the witches in the Ahsoka series about 1,000 times cooler than these fucking hacks? We just saw witches! We just saw them! The goddamn witches in Ahsoka weren't talking about the Force, calling it the thread? The thread? The fuck is a thread? The thread. The witches have taken away. They go, some people know it. The Jedi might refer to it as the Force. But here in our coven, we know it to be the thread. Fuck you! Let me tell you something, you stupid fucking lame ass hacks. Can you find a more goddamn contemporary... Excuse me. I got the fucking pollen. Leave me alone. I got a pollen attack today. I took my Claritin. This shit ain't work. The Claritin don't work no more. But can you find a more contemporary term than the thread? There's an app called Threads by Instagram. B, fucking shit on Twitter, the thread. I'm going to put out my thread, the fucking Reddit, the thread, the thread. It's such a right now 21st century fucking internet term. You might as well fucking rename the Force Google. We use Google around here to make things float. Or YouTube. The Jedi call it the Force, but we use all magic, and we call it YouTube. Thread. Why'd you call it Facebook, you fucking goddamn modern day hacks? Call it fucking Twitter. Just call it Twitter. Call the Force Twitter from now on. I don't give a shit. Disney is they are either actually focused on destroying the franchise for people like myself so that they can totally recreate it, which might be a possibility. Or they have decided that anyone who hates, or I won't say hates, anyone who criticizes any Star Wars project of theirs, well, it must be because we're bigoted or biased or have an agenda. No, I'm a fucking Star Wars fan who is also on Yaddle Chattle, defended every Star Wars Disney Plus series, and has defended the vast majority of Star Wars, who loves the prequels in addition to the original trilogies, who does not shit all over the sequel trilogies, simply thinks it was a massive mistake that Luke Skywalker was killed in Last Jedi Episode 8, but I don't fucking run down those movies, who loves Solo and Rogue One, who loves most of the Disney Plus series, especially The Mandalorian and Andor, and who loved Ahsoka. We just saw a bunch of fucking cool-ass witches in red robes in Ahsoka with green skin doing cool witch shit with cool music. And the very next live-action series we get is fucking lame, fucking shitty. Oh my God, it was so douchey. Douche chills up and down the arm. Like, oh my God, this is the shittiest Star Wars we've ever seen. Move over, Lumpy. And the Star Wars Holiday Special, the 7 minutes of fucking Wookiees babbling nonsense. Move over, gang. That shit looks like the fucking Empire Strikes Back compared to this. That witches scene where they're talking. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm sweating. There are so many problems with this fucking show now, all due to episode 3. So the mystery that I had with Osha and May that I really enjoyed, which is I thought we were going to get a flip-flop. Well, switcheroony. May turns out to be good, Osha turns out to be bad. Well, fuck that, because in the very first fucking 4 minutes of episode 3, Osha's got a little fucking butterfly that she's trying to, the thing is floating and she's using the Force to keep the thing stable, like right by her in the air. And then here comes May, And then she gets it and she starts doing it, and Osha freaks out. And so in that very first scene, we're shown May is the bad guy. Although, can I break down that scene for a second? Does anyone have a problem with the fact that Osha freaked out on May when she just basically did the exact same thing that Osha was doing? Osha was using the fucking Force to keep a little butterfly, a fluorescent fucking purple butterfly, from flying away. And then she can't do it because she's not that strong with the Force. She was able to do it for a few seconds, but she's not that strong with the Force. So she's fucking doing this shit, and then she can't do it till the thing flies away. And then after it flies away, the thing pauses in the air, and we see that now May's doing it. And she's like, May, stop it! May, why do you always do that? Why do you always have to ruin everything? I'm like, whoa. Osha, you were just fucking doing it yourself 30 seconds ago. You're not exactly one to talk about fucking May keeping that little butterfly in place in the air, are you? You were just doing it! What is this writing? Does anyone care? They fucking do something and 4 seconds later they contradict themselves. It's really shitty. I have to question if Bob Iger is watching this shit. Hey, Bob, wake up! Bob Iger is in a fucking comatose. He is asleep at the wheel. Bob Iger, wake the fuck up and watch this shit. Has anyone challenged Iger to watch the fucking shit that he paid $4 billion for in 2012? Maybe that's the answer to all of our prayers. Bob Iger, sit your fucking ass down and watch every second of The Acolyte. And if you come out of there saying, oh, this show is good, then that's fine. I fucking guarantee it that Bob Iger will fucking despise it. They shit on George Lucas for trying to, fuck the Force. And by the way, when you do that, you shit on Star Wars fans who have followed this fucking franchise since 1977. In my case, I was born in 1977, started following it in 1983 when I saw Return of the Jedi. That's 40 fucking years. Why are they determined to shit on 40-year Star Wars fans and their rebuttals of, fanboy tears? Meanwhile, the projects are objectively weaker. It's Star Wars. Star Wars. May I say a slightly uncomfortable fact, but it is just that, just a fact. Please don't let facts upset you. The vast majority of wars fought on the planet Earth in human history, they were fought by men. Yeah, they were. I know. I apologize. Men generals, men soldiers, usually men leaders, emperors, dictators. Not getting a lot of dudes in the old Star Wars these days. But, I'm going to be misogynistic or fanboy tears if I simply point out that in a war movie, you tend to feature more men. Maybe they should do a World War II movie where they're all female Nazis, chasing all female American and British ladies in France or something. Let's do that. Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, and maybe Ava Braun was in control and she was like telling Hitler what to do. That's a good idea. But until that time comes, the wars were fought by a lot of guys. I understand that we want to be inclusive. I support that. No one is saying don't put women in Star Wars. Princess Leia is an all-time character, and we all love her. What I'm suggesting is, did you ever think, Disney, that maybe now all of the women and kind of the message of the woman can be independent and strong and don't mean a man is repetitive. It's boring. Been there, done that. Every fucking story you're now telling us is women can be independent. We get it! From fucking Rey, and Rogue One was great, but Rey, Jyn Erso, Rogue One, every fucking thing, man, Ahsoka. Jesus Christ, get a hold of yourself. This fucking Leslie person, she don't know shit about Star Wars. Let's just be honest. She has probably seen the movies once. Do we have to have Star Wars mega fans in there doing Star Wars? Maybe not. Tony Gilroy doesn't strike anyone as a Star Wars mega fan. But he's also Tony Gilroy. Fucking wrote and directed the goddamn Bourne Supremacy and fucking Michael Clayton in a Academy Award nominated movie, which is brilliant. A corporate thriller, which works perfectly inside the Empire. My point is, why do we go from John fucking Favreau, the fucking money-making machine behind Iron Man and a whole bunch of other fucking hits, and Tony Gilroy, Oscar-nominated Tony Gilroy, why are we not going after A-class talent anymore? Directors and actors. Who the fuck are these people? Is anyone checking this shit? Hey, Kathleen Kennedy, it's not fanboy tears. Maybe men now don't want to see the fifth fucking Star Wars fucking show or movie in a row where women bad, women good, men bad. There's been a lot of that, you know? And I understand that, hey, have men done shitty things? Yep. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Every human being, every group has people who are shitty. And they have people who are good. But that's every fucking group. No group is special. None. If you think you're in a special group, you're actually an asshole. No group is special on the planet Earth. None. Zero. Jesus. The Osha and May dialogue from the episode 3 is some of the shittiest fucking stuff I've ever witnessed in my goddamn fucking life. That poem was douchey. Towards the end of the episode, when I didn't even know what the hell was going on, I've watched the episode 3 times. I don't know why the fucking place blew up. I guess May made the place blew up. Is that what I'm supposed to... I don't even know what the fuck happened still. Fucking place blows up. The witch's place blows up. The witches are all dead. We don't even see it. That better be for a reason. They better be filling that shit in episode 4. That better be playing into the mystery. If that does not play into the mystery, that's the worst. That is the worst storytelling I've ever seen. That you would have a massive explosion that kills 25 people and you don't show it on screen. Anyway, I'm assuming that's going to play a part. But did you remember the part where Osha is on the platform and May is on the platform? And Osha goes, May, what did you do? And then Osha goes, no, wait. Osha says to May, May, what did you do? And May goes, what did you do? And then Osha actually says, what did you do? That's the dialogue. No, I am not shitting on you. I'm not. I can't do that. We don't have the technology yet. On my computer, we're working on it. They say it's a 2.5-year process for me to be able to shit, and it goes through my computer and onto you. So don't worry. I'm not shitting on you. This was actual dialogue on a page. Can you imagine a screenwriter? What did you do? Next line. What did you do? Next line. What did you do? Someone got paid to copy and paste. What did you do? over and over again. Like it was fucking Jack Nicholson in The Shining with all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Your show has turned me into Jack Torrance. The Acolyte has turned me into Nicholson. I want to grab an X right now. This is after I enjoyed the first 2 episodes. This is not a hater review, believe it or not. This is what you've done to me. Because that episode 3 was catastrophic. Not only was it just abundantly shitty, I mean crazy shitty on every level. Makeup job's terrible. Dialogue terrible. These locations suck. They suck ass. We were told the thing was going to be 100 years before fucking episode 1, Phantom Menace. That got my Star Wars fanboy, imagination percolating. I'm like, oh, anytime you give me a new era, I'm happy. Oh, 100 years before the Phantom Menace? Awesome. What does that look like? I want to see this planet, that planet, or brand new planets and all this kind of thing. We've seen jack and shit. We've seen a couple dreary-ass fucking planets with some fucking caves. Fucking, this shit sucks. The locations and planets are horrible. We barely got to see the Jedi Temple in any of its splendor. We have some green lady instead of Yoda. What the fuck is going on here? You want my theory? I'm going to give you my theory from this stupid show. No, it's not stupid. If I like 2 out of 3 episodes, that's 66%. But that is not sufficient for Star Wars. I am telling you, episode 4 is pretty much a make or break situation. They better straighten up real quick. You know what I thought this show should be about? I'll tell you what the show should be about. None of this shit. This shit is fucking small. Why is Star Wars so fucking small? Maybe, like The Mandalorian was supposed to be a nice, small, intimate story, lone wolf and cub. Perfect. Okay? Like it. Rogue One? I dig that. Feel like that was expansive. That was out there. You got Mon Mothma over here, Imperials over there, Diego Luna over here, Stellan Skarsgård over there, building of the rebellion. That was good. See? This is what I'm talking about. This show is small. And the talent that Kathleen fucking shitbrain Kennedy is bringing in is small. This is fucking Star Wars, stupid. Hey, Kathleen Kennedy, get your fucking head out of your fucking diseased ass. Get the biggest and best directors, writers, actors. Jon Favreau, Tony Gilroy, that type of shit. None of these fucking newbies, I'm sorry, or people who have not made their bones yet in Hollywood. Fuck them. This ain't a fucking college movie. This ain't some sort of Andy Warhol experimental film. Just giving out fucking shit because what? Someone made a good documentary 4 years ago? What does the fuck that have to do with Star Wars? They have hired too many people who don't know Star Wars, and it's showing now. Bob Iger, get your stupid fucking ass off your goddamn couch and watch this shit. If you do, I bet you're making a phone call to Kathleen Kennedy. And I bet you it's going to sound like, you're fired. I mean, seriously, but what they're doing, you know that this is a strategy. Iger, Kathleen Kennedy, they turned off the Twitter, they turned everything off, and they put their heads in either the sand or their ass. So they just, oh, I'm not going to listen to the hate, because apparently the hate is only fanboy tears, or you have to be bigoted or prejudiced in some way. They can't cope with the fact that I love all Star Wars. I love many Star Wars characters. I love most of the new Star Wars projects. This isn't a hate show. If you listen to Yaddle Chattle throughout our time, you would hear me saying very good things about most of the Disney Plus series and movies. Issue with Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker dying. But this is real garbage. I mean, we're not fucking around here. This is some shitty fucking Star Wars. Shitty Star Wars like we've never seen. The witch's seance was so uncomfortable. And she made the twins, I guess, with the dark side. Okay. That's fine. Palpatine would do that, I guess. But why are we going this small? Who the fuck are these people? You know the show I would do? This is pretty simple. What about Darth Plagueis? I thought this whole 100 years before Phantom Menace was truly going to be the dark rising of the Sith and sort of the splintering or perhaps just the disagreements of the Jedi Council and the Jedi Order in general. This shit should be on Coruscant and it should be on other places, maybe a Mustafar, I don't fucking know. But the show should be about a cool-ass Sith fucking guy trying to put together the fucking Sith and the fucking Jedi, and some Jedi are saying, hey, there's a tremble, and other Jedi, no, everything is just fine, and back and forth, and maybe some Jedi are getting pissed and this and that. That's what this needs to be. What the fuck is this? What is this story? Who the fuck cares? Now, we got 5 episodes to go. I'm going to watch them all. I don't know if I've just signed up myself for a Yaddle Chattle after show now. For each and every episode. All right, fine. I'll do Yaddle Chattle post episodes. I guess I just talked myself into it. Oh, man, guys. What you do to me, guys. What you do to the Dave, man. Darth David. But I got to tell you, we're in some dangerous waters right now. As a Star Wars fan, this is the first time that I've actually had wow, they really don't get it. Almost a panic. Much less than hate. Much more into, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I am so sick and tired of fucking people coming into Star Wars saying they need to subvert it. Rian Johnson, go fuck yourself. Leslie, I don't pronounce her last name because I don't know how to say it. I always want to call her Leslie Hildebrand. And then someone told me that they had no idea what I was talking about. I'm saying the creator of fucking Star Wars The Acolyte, Leslie Hildebrand. They said that's not her name. So now I'm not confident in calling Leslie by her last name. I just think for Yaddle Chattle, I'll keep calling her Hildebrand, actually. So Leslie Hildebrand and Rian Johnson want to subvert Star Wars. I want to subvert Leslie Hildebrand and Rian Johnson from the fucking planet. Shoot him into space so that they cannot get to California and touch Star Wars anymore. Seriously. Stop subverting shit! Hey, Disney, when you subvert and subvert and subvert, A, you begin to start alienating and pissing off your long-time fans. But B, if you also always constantly subvert, then you're never giving a payoff. That's why I said, this shit's like wrestling. They got to book Star Wars like wrestling. And it's not just subvert, subvert, subvert in wrestling. In other words, you don't just beat up the good guy, beat up the good guy, beat up the good guy, and then at WrestleMania, you beat up the good guy again and beat him. You probably beat up the good guy, good guy gets a little revenge sometimes, then you beat him up again really, really, really bad, and really fuck him up. Uh-oh, he's going to be hurt for WrestleMania, and then the good guy wins the match at WrestleMania. It's just booking. But Star Wars is fucking adamant on booking. I mean, on fucking subvert, but no payoff. I got my Aunt Deli calling. That's my mother's sister. I'm very curious to know what this is about. She's a wonderful woman, just like Beanie Mac. Can you imagine 2 ladies in their 80s? One's named Deli and one's named Beanie. It's like a fucking grocery store over there. They're sisters. Are they sisters or are they a fucking food chain? I mean, what the shit is this? Deli and Beanie. That's my mom is Beanie. Her sister is Deli. They look exactly the same too. Two fucking great, wonderful, wonderful New York ladies, New Yorkers, New York broads. Shouldn't say that, but my mom doesn't mind, and she's fucking 81, and Aunt Deli's 83. Okay. So if they don't mind me calling them a couple of wonderful New York broads, then you shouldn't either. This voicemail. What is she trying to say to me? Folks, we're going to be wrapping it up shortly. I'm not going to be giving up on the Acolyte. I'm going to watch every single episode. This is either going to really turn around and be good, or this is going to be the worst show that we've seen. And for that reason, it's going to be historical. That episode 3 was the worst episode we've seen so far on Disney Plus. It's worse than any movie. I saw some guy on Twitter apologizing to the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Because the guy was basically saying, Jesus Christ, I was a little hard on the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And compared to this, that shit was A+ brilliance. And I'm like, I told you. I was saying it at the time. You know? I was saying it at the time. Oh. Aunt Deli sent the children birthday cards. I better get back to her on that one. They were very lovely cards. But I gotta tell you something. It's not working right now, Mr. Iger. If this show continues in this episode 3 vein, you are about to get hammered. Disney will be putting out the worst Star Wars show of all time, and it will. I'm telling you that a lot of that witch shit was as bad as any lumpy Earth Day shit from the Star Wars Holiday Special. I'm not kidding. You have to go back that far, or maybe Ewok Special on NBC in the mid '80s. It was some lame ass shit. Shit looks bad too. Show doesn't look good right now. Just doesn't. Show looks like shit. Plants look like shit. The aliens look like shit. The Jedi look fucking weak. And I'm gonna say this right now. Look, okay, I'm trying to be a human being and not fucking freak out about the portrayal of Jedi as if, like, I'm a Catholic or something and they're making fun of priests and shit like that. I mean, I am a Catholic, but I don't care if people make fun of priests. They're make funable. I mean, I don't get offended, I guess. That's a good thing or a bad thing. The only way to offend me, I suppose, is to basically insinuate now that the Jedi are bad guys. You want my fucking theory? Here it is. Saul's behind all this shit. Saul is playing Osha and May. Saul told Osha May's dead, but Saul might actually be the Sith with the red lightsaber, and the whole time while Saul was over here telling Osha May's dead, Saul would visit May and tell May Osha's dead. And the reason why is because Saul feels light side force in Osha, keep her away from May, I'll bring her to the temple, but the entire time, Saul's a double agent. He's in the temple. He's able to then isolate Osha there, keep her at May, and then let May do her thing, and he visits May sometimes and gives her instructions, right? And May's like, yeah, and then he tells her, you have to do this for revenge. He's telling May, you have to get revenge for your sister who's dead. He told them both that they're dead. He's working both sides. At the end of the day, Saul's a bad guy. There you go. I just fucking solved the whole mystery. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen on this shitty fucking show. I'm telling you right now. That's what's going to happen. I just gave it to you. I'm going to watch the show. I'm going to watch episode 4 with an open mind. That's the way I approach every fucking thing. And if I like some shit, I will be over the moon. And if it's the worst, I will fucking destroy it. I'm sorry. Those first 2 episodes were promising. Yeah. The fucking Jedi, outside of Saul, they all sucked. Weak as shit. Ironically, the only one who has promise is Yord, because I think that his character will turn out to be cowardly. And he will realize that he's an unworthy Jedi. And I think that's kind of interesting. I'm not sure we ever seen that before. Like, not a Jedi turning the dark side, but just a Jedi who turns... Like, remember the kid in Saving Private Ryan? Ephraim or something? Remember, he's just sitting there with his rifle. He was scared. That's what I can see for Yord. Some kind of thing where shit's going down and he just freezes in terror. And he realizes, I'm not a worthy Jedi, and he might have to just leave the order. It's not him turning the dark side. It's him recognizing that he's a weak Jedi, because he's a weak Jedi. If it turns out that Yord, saves the whole fucking show, then, oh my God, give me a break. All right, look. We've had our fun today. Jedi Jared is with us in spirit. He's somewhere. He's floating around. Jedi Jared, I contacted him a month ago, just so you know. I said, would you like to do any after shows with the Acolyte? He says he's very busy. And then he said the following. He said, don't ask me to do Yaddle Chattle. I will reach out to you when I want to do Yaddle Chattle. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, Qui-Gon. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we did it. I had to do Yaddle Chattle today because of the Acolyte. And maybe Yaddle Chattle will continue to be a Star Wars show and movie review podcast. I don't want to promise you Yaddle Chattle's back forever. But I have promised you I will do episode reviews for each episode. So I will. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can expect Yaddles for the next 5 weeks. And then we'll take it from there. I love all of you Yaddle heads. And I love Star Wars. And I'm not going to give up on Star Wars. And I'm not even giving up on this. On the Acolyte. I'm not. But I hope that... Here is my sincere hope. And I mean this. This is my sincere hope. I hope that at the end of episode 8... Hold on one sec. I hope that at the end of episode 8, we're looking back on this show and we're going, okay, that episode 3 sucked, but it was a good series overall. Hey, you know what? It's TV. At the end of the day, I mean, it's not like, a network show like Law & Order where you have 22 episodes. So if you have a shitty episode or 2, it's not a big deal. Only 8 episodes. You'd like to think, it's kind of important to make them all great. However, at the end of the day, if it's one episode and all the other episodes are good, okay. I'll say, hey, that was a good series. That episode 3 sucked, but that was a good series. That's what I am actually hoping for. But Jesus Christ, I'm worried now. I'm concerned. We're going to find out after episode 4. We're going to be here next week to discuss episode 4. It's make or break time. Because they put out another stinker like that, then it's 2 and 2. Then it was 2 good episodes, 1 and 2, and 2 shitty episodes in 3 and 4. We can't have that. Disney needs to not be comfortable with this 50% ratio that they're at right now. And it does feel that way. It feels like for every good Star Wars project they put out a shitty one. Let's get that fucking percentage up to 90% of stuff that's good. Anyway, that'll do it. I want to thank you on behalf of Jedi Jared. His spirit is here. He's probably here somewhere, invisible. Probably spanking it because he's invisible. He's just a force ghost, so he's doing something disgusting. He's probably doing it right over my fucking shoulder. Disgusting freak. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you for tuning into this very special emergency Yaddle Chattle episode, and we will be back next week. I'm Darth David. Thank you. Good night, everybody.